what's up? Today's episode is all about the Greek style beef kapama. This recipe is done in the slow cooker, so it's a low and slow recipe. It's gonna be fall off the bone, melt in your mouth, outrageously delicious. What you're gonna need for this is approximately 1.5 to 2 pounds of beef, your choice. It's no matter what cut you use, it's gonna turn out awesome. Cut into 3-inch cubes. All right, so now that our beef has been cut up and put into the actual slow cooker, time to move on to our next step and ingredient. We're gonna need for this 1 onion, finely chopped if you can. If you can't, not a big deal, give it a coarse chop. It's all gonna melt and disintegrate into the slow cooker as this cooks. By the way, this recipe takes about 5 minutes to prepare, and depending on your temp that you're gonna be using in your slow cooker, it'll take between 6 and 8 hours. So it's perfect for weekdays when you're off to do something or going to work. You're gonna find a really fantastic meal waiting for you. Now that our onion has been chopped, like I said, any way you chop it is totally fine. If you can't even chop it, feel free to slice it. Now the next step is to simply just throw it into our crock pot with our beef. Now the next step of this is our garlic, and you can't have kapama without garlic, and in this recipe it calls for 2 cloves of garlic that we're gonna peel and finely chop or slice. Any way you can do this is totally fine. You can use a garlic crusher if you don't want to do it by hand with a knife. Either way, you want that flavor and the essence of the garlic to go into our sauce. All right, and now our garlic is going in. I've managed to actually finely slice it. If you can do finer than this, hey, knock yourself out. So now, the next part of this is a little seasoning. And for this, I'm going to use a little bit of salt, a little fresh cracked black pepper is always in order. Again, for all my recipes, it's as much salt and pepper as it is to taste. So moving right along, the next and most quintessential ingredient in Greek style tomato sauces is cinnamon. And in this case, I am going to use half a teaspoon for this recipe. Now, for those of us that like to live on the edge, the next ingredient that is totally optional is a little chili flake. I love using a little chili flake, and it's something that adds heat without changing the flavor. One of the last ingredients in our recipe is 1 cup of crushed tomatoes. I use crushed tomatoes. If you've got fresh tomatoes, by all means, feel free to either juice them yourself or dice them up. Either way, it's all good. And along with our 1 cup of crushed tomatoes, we're gonna add 1 cup of water that will help make up our braising liquid for this. Now, one thing that I didn't add to this on the video, but I did add to this in the actual recipe, is a 1/4 cup of my Greek extra virgin olive oil. Very, very important. 100%, it is a must. So you need to add a 1/4 cup of Greek extra virgin olive oil as well to this. So now that everybody is in the pool and happy, we're gonna put this on the slow cooker itself, cover it up, and let it go for about 6 to 8 hours. After which, this will be absolutely gorgeously fork tender, fall apart delicious. So that's it for this episode on my Greek style beef kapama in the slow cooker. Super easy to make, a 1-pot meal that is definitely worth a try. So until next time, I thank you so much for watching. For this recipe and so many others, check me out online as well at kensgreektable.com. And please take care of yourselves and each other. Keep cooking, and until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye for now.